So it's 2 months into my sophomore year, and one thing I've been constantly, or at least very often, thinking about over the last 2 months is just how different everything is. How different I think I am, my relationships, my situation, like the people I'm surrounded by, my positions. It's interesting. I feel like it's very, very different from last year. And not necessarily from last year at the end of the year, just from coming in around this time of year last year as a freshman. And I think a lot of that realization isn't that like I changed overnight or anything like that, or even from over the summer. It's just these changes that were slowly happening freshman year, and it wasn't until I was put back, like reset into beginning of the year, that it really hit me and I started coming to these realizations of what all these changes were. The first thing I really realized was a big change, I think, is the way I act, sort of. More like the way I think about the way I act. It's just confusing. It's just, I feel like I'm so much more comfortable with myself this semester, especially beginning of the years when it hit me. It was like 1 week into being back, like during training, before classes even started, and I'd been meeting so many people over the last week, and, you know, I think at some point I thought something along the lines of like, oh, did that make me sound like this? And that's when it hit me that I'd been there for a week, and every single day I'd been meeting a new person, and I'd been spending all this time with my staff and getting to know them and hanging out, and that was the first time I really thought about what I was saying or doing was projecting about me, what image I was creating about myself, because for the last week I'd just been, you know, saying what I was thinking or just kind of going with the flow. And that kind of seems like, you know, normal. Like, obviously you would say what you're thinking, but I don't feel like I was that way freshman year. I think I wasn't being fake or anything. I was just overly aware of the image I was projecting of myself because I didn't know what this new environment was going to accept or not accept. So I was overly aware of who I was projecting myself as. And so in the back of my mind, there was always that little voice like, well, if you say that, they might think this, but if you say this, they'll think that. And I wasn't like changing myself completely. I was just kind of very, very aware of what image I was projecting, and maybe kind of keeping a little bit of myself to myself if I didn't think it was something that people wanted, or exaggerating certain things if it was what I thought people wanted. I feel like it makes me sound really fake. I wasn't being fake. I was just being somebody who's not sure. Somebody who's unsure. That's it. I was being unsure and not really that confident in myself. I think this year what really allowed me to just go with the flow and really not even think about it almost at all was the fact that I've already gone through that process, and then I've gone through the slow process of getting to be myself with people and realizing that they accept me. And so from that acceptance, I was able to just kind of forget about all of those thoughts, even with new people. So I formed relationships that let me get to the point of being that comfortable with myself. And after forming those relationships, I felt like I could carry that attitude back into the people I was just meeting. And so that was a really interesting realization. I don't know if this makes any sense, like when I'm talking about it. I hope that it does, because it's just kind of a self-reflection out loud, but I wanted to share that with you guys, because, you know, I feel like it's a pretty important thing about me. It's not a huge fundamental change. It's not like I've changed who I am, or really I've just changed in how comfortable I am with myself and how I act because of it. But yeah, that was a rant, sorry. As far as my situation goes, it's weird, like being a sophomore. It's not just the title, you really do feel different. Like, you came here, you got the hang of things, then you left, and it's like you're coming back home. So it's so much different from the experience of being a freshman and coming to this new exciting place. Now it's this older exciting place, this place that you already became so attached to and you can't wait to go back to. And it's really interesting, like, especially living in a freshman dorm, like seeing all these people, being in such close proximity to all these people that are going through their freshman experience, and just being like, oh my gosh, that was me last year. Like, you hear people asking questions, you're like, I didn't know that either. Also, but mostly more than the sophomore part, being an RA is just so crazy because it keeps me in such close proximity to all these girls that are going through their freshman experience, you know, and guys too, but mostly just the girls on my floor. And they come to me with questions that I had when I was a freshman, you know, and they, I guess I'm just reminded of that whole experience, and it draws that contrast to the experience I'm having right now. So that's really, really interesting. As far as the job goes, I love it. It's such a great position. I love just being able to be there for people. I love hanging out, getting to know the girls on my floor. They're all so freaking fantastic. They're awesome, really. Like, I got lucky. I'm so happy. And my staff, oh my gosh, I don't know how, but I got the best staff and such amazing girls on my floor. I am just extremely blessed. My staff is amazing. Everyone's so supportive, so just loving and accepting, and that was also, I mean, part of it was me, that I'd already gone through this being more confident process that allowed me to be myself so easily with people I'd literally just met, but part of it was that these people are just so nice and accepting that it never crossed my mind that they might not like me if I didn't act a certain way or something like that. So it's been an awesome experience, and I'm loving getting to know them more, and I wish I wasn't as busy and I could just spend all of my time bonding with my residents and bonding with my staff and bonding with my brothers and bonding with people in my new studio and just hanging out with people. That's all I want to do, guys. I don't actually want to do the whole school part of school. But school's good too. It's super busy. I thought last year was busy, but now I'm busy. I came in being like, this year I'm gonna have my priorities straight, and I'm always gonna get my work done before I do any of the fun stuff. But let's be honest, my priorities are still not. The thing is, it's not that academic isn't my priority, it's that sleep is not my priority. So it's not like I'm like, oh, number one fun, number two academics. It's like academics and fun are both number one. And as long, but if I want to have them both in number one, I have to give something else up, and what I choose is sleep. So it's that little triangle. It's like good grades, social life, or sleep. Choose two. And I chose friends and academics. Because really, it's not like I'm like, oh, well, I have this homework I have to do, but my friends are doing something fun, so I'm going to do the fun thing instead and not do my homework. It's, oh, I have this homework to do, but my friends are doing something fun, so I'm going to go do the fun thing, and then I'll come do my homework, and then we'll see if I get some sleep. And it's fine. I don't mind it at all. It's how I want to live my life, and it's college. And as far as relationships go, I feel like it's really probably mostly derived from the whole I'm more comfortable with who I am, and I realize now that I'm accepted, and so it's that whole just go with the flow thing. Everything just seems so much more relaxed, I think, is what I would say. So that's nice. I mean, I like it. It's like there's less expectations, or less perceived expectations. The expectations might have never been there, but you thought that, if you're friends with somebody, this is what you're supposed to do, or this is what you're supposed to act like. I don't even know. I just feel like all of my relationships are a lot more relaxed. And the new relationships that I'm developing, I feel like I'm developing them in a much healthier way than the new relationships I was developing this time, around this time last year. So it's really good. I've met some wonderful people. My studio is just so great. I'm telling you, I just don't know why, but God just keeps throwing amazing people in my life more and more, and I'm like, there's too many. I don't even know how to handle this. Like I said, my girls, my staff, the friends I made last year, my studio is just so cool. Like, everyone's so nice. A lot of us are pretty good friends, and we hang out. We go out on weekends together. It's awesome. I'm really glad. I'm with Shira in studio again. We literally sit next to each other again. It's kind of funny. And the funny thing is, I didn't even request to be in that studio. Like, this was not planned at all. I requested to be in another studio, but now I'm so glad that I'm in this one, because not only do I love the people in it, our professor is really great, in my opinion. But I ended up in this studio, and there was only one spot left by the time I went to get a desk, and it was the one next to Shira. So it's just meant to be. We're meant to be studio buddies forever. And people that I didn't really know last year, that were kind of like friends of Shira, and things like that, that I've now gotten to know better and are awesome. And people I've just met, I had no idea existed last year. It's just, oh, I'm so happy. All around so happy. But I'm gonna stop talking now, because I've been talking a lot. But yeah, I mean, this was kind of, I feel like, a slightly strange video. It's out of the norm, but I figured, like, there's 2 months. Actually, I mean, there's also the whole summer that, but it's been 2 months since I've been here. It's been 5 months since I've made a video, really, other than, like, room tour, which doesn't count. And I didn't really want to go be like, here's the list of everything I've done in the last 5 months. So I figured this would be a good way to kind of just let you know where I am in life right now. But I'm really excited for you guys to upload your videos. I really hope that we can pick this up again. because I really do truly miss knowing what's going on in your lives. And you know, we can make short videos. They don't have to be a certain day of the week. I was thinking maybe if like we just upload by Sunday every week or something like that. If you can, if you have the time for it. If not, you know, do it every other week. But just something at least semi-constant, so that I can know what's going on in your lives and I can keep you updated on mine. 'Cause I love you all and I miss hearing about you on a more regular basis. So yeah, this was the first video of the new semester. Don't make me be awkward and be the only person who uploaded something, because I might just cry. So I hope to see your lovely, beautiful faces soon. I hope your semester's going as fantastic as mine is.